Good morning, welcome to episode 27. I'm speaking softly because it's still 6:30 in the morning. It's Friday the 28th of March. Let's go that way. Oh, I'll grab that. I'll walk this way quietly. Yeah, so I should be able to talk to you a bit better there. I'm away from the door. I'm away from the house. I'm away from next door. So, yeah, Friday morning. Done a couple of little bits since last episode, not an awful lot. Had a couple of bits come, done a couple of little jobs, but not much. So this morning, in a minute, I'm going to grease the wheel bearings and get the hubs back on and all that type of stuff. So LM2 type grease you need, just multi-purpose high melting point grease. I've got a tub, but I've ordered some more car lube stuff, 2 car lube ones, just so I've got plenty. I've had that tool come that I ordered from Sean, so he messaged back and yeah, he was going to do some 4mm ones, so he knocked me up a 4mm one. It's just a nylon, that's the old seal, fits perfectly, so that just fits inside that little lip. And yeah, he's just turned that up. You can see where the grips have been on a 3-jaw truck. One there, one there, one there, like that. He's turned that up. It's perfect, it's lovely. It was like £13 something. I'll put the price there. So yeah, he's great for stuff like that. So we'll get the bearings greased, all 4 of them. We'll then get the bearings in the hubs, inner bearings, get the seals in, get the reluctor rings on for the ABS, get the hubs on, get the outer rings on, set the bearings, lock nuts, all that. Stub axles back in. I want to do that this morning. I can do that sort of stuff relatively early on. Get the axle in. Before I get the axle in, I want to get the top ball joint back off and just a bit more grease in that. But I ordered a new torque wrench in the week. Now, just bought it off Amazon. I was going to get a digital one, but I thought, no, I'll buy a better one. Not a better one, a cheaper one for now. So it comes in a nice plastic case, which is great. Now, as you know, you're meant to back the spring off, back the tension off, which is what it tells you in the instructions. It's got a nice, easy to read vernier scale. It's a little bit shorter on the leverage than my last one, and it goes up to 230 Newton meters. Instead of the other one goes to 210. Which, because it's shorter, isn't great. But the stupid thing is, to fit it in the case, you've got to have it on like 60 Newton meters. But it tells you to put it at 0. If you put it at 0, it don't fit in the case. So it's probably not going to be living in the case. Or I just cut the end out here. So yeah, I thought I'd tell you about that. I've also made up a new rear axle breather hose. Again, I'd got that pipe from like 10-12 years ago, probably even longer than that when I had a Defender. I bet you this is 15-year-old, if not more, so it's dead easy. Needed some new washers, sealing washers either side of that. It only had one on anyway. I've cleaned those up a bit. So to do that bit, used a form. So bent an old cycle mudguard stay. Bent that, it's just stainless steel. Bent that round. Put that inside with some lubrication. Heated it up. Took it out. It's not quite as tight as the originals, but it'll do the job. So that's ready to fit. Oops. Pick that up before I lose it. Right, pick that up. So put that there. So there's lots of information on the internet about how to do hubs, how to do hub seals, all these types of stuff. The other thing that I've done is I've taken this little access plate off the inside, which was the shot you saw at the start, because it's bent. So I reckon somebody's had an issue at some point taking the screws out the top where they could access them, because the base, yeah, that way up, because the base box was in the way. They couldn't get to the bottom ones, and then they've pulled it back and bent it. They put a kink in it to access the cables for the fuel flap. 2 screws missing and it's bent. So because it was bent, even with 6 screws in it, should have 8, it wasn't sealed properly. So I'm going to straighten it out, and then the screws are tiny. They're quite really short, like that. So they're probably only like 5mm long. Now the parts book or online, it says it should be, I think it's size 12. Was it size 8? 8, size 8 by 12. Is that right? I'll put it here. I'll put a picture in of the part number and the size thing. But then they're not 12mm long. 12mm is half an inch. They're not half an inch. They're 12mm. So I found a couple that'll do the job. Probably not quite fat enough. So I'm still hunting for suitable screws. Yeah, they're not quite big enough size, them. Dropping them. Now I've lost that. There it is. So yeah, we just need another couple of screws, because I don't want to buy a whole pack just for 2. Right, see you in a bit. Let's get some greasing done. So just have a look at this. I'm just setting up. Got everything labelled, ready to go in bags, the different bearings, all my lock washers, all different bits and pieces. Just checking that the actual hubs are clean inside. Look at this race. So this is the driver's side rear. This is the one that the lock nut was really tight, and I struggled to undo it. Look, that inner race, I don't know whether you can see. Difficult. So the inner race is moving. The inner race rotates now. It shouldn't do that. I don't know whether you can make it out. But there's no lock in it. I need 2 hands to do it, but I can't get it out, and there's no lock in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to go in, wait till it's later on, because it's still early, and then I'm going to knock this inner race out, check underneath, press it back in, see how it is then. So just flip the hub over, and you'll be able to hear that inner race moving. That's me pushing it up and down. I'm trying to push it out. Now, obviously with the bearings loaded, it's not going to be able to do that. But this hub could be scrap. Not sure. Right, let's go and have a coffee. So I've been in, I've had a coffee, I've had a think, I've decided what I'm going to do. So this hub and this inner track, bearing race track, under load it won't move. It only rotates and moves slightly in and out, like up and down slightly, within the hub, like parallel, when there's no load on the hub. So what I'm going to do is knock this inner track out, have a look underneath it, probably just going to refit it, but I want to check the condition of the actual hub itself underneath. I don't want to buy a bearing, fit it and then find it's still the same. Worst comes to worst, at a later date I'll buy a new hub, new bearing, new stub axle, just redo all that side. So what I'm probably going to do for now is just refit this, repack it, refit it as it is, get the axle back in. You know, I think as it is, there's ever so slight movement in it. Like now I can't get it to move, you see, now I've done that. It won't move again now. It's not the inner, is it? It's the outer, that's why. So it just slides round within the hub, and I can get it to go like that slightly, but I can't get it to do that. There's no lateral lock in it. As I say, I'm going to tap it out, inspect underneath, tap it back in, read back the bearings, put it back on. So I'll do that. So that's that race out. Inner track. LM 40301. I think. It could be a 6. You know, it all looks good. It's not got hot. Looks fine. Let's have a look at the inside of the hub. There's a ding mark there, which I can get rid of. So even that looks okay. There's no step. You know, there's nothing. It feels fine. There's a ding there where I've either done that or that was already there. There's one there as well. I'll just file that off and then I'll tap it back in. So tapped it back in, still rotates, you can't see properly, but still moves up and down. Can I get it to rock? Slightly. That's probably why it was so tight. So it's probably worn out, even though it looks and feels fine. Or is it a not genuine Timken bearing? Could be, couldn't it? Could be not a genuine Timken bearing. Stub axles are alright on that side. Decisions, don't know, not sure. Right, let's get this other side on. That's probably worse. Yeah, it's not like. So we're just working on the one. That's clean enough. So we'll get this one built up and get this one back on. Bearings greased up. Inner bearing in. I was going to do it the other way around, but I haven't got the disc. Doesn't matter. Get the disc on here in a minute. Seal. Genuine cortical. Says on it, fit to depth of 4mm. Lip to the stub axle. So we'll put a bit more grease on that, which I've put the lid back on it. Seal installation tool. There we go. Literally just lean on it. Done. Brake disc. New Delphi brake disc. Bit of Loctite on each of these, and then we'll torque them down. When I torque them down, I won't do it here. I'll do it in the wheel on the floor. Loctite 270 on each one. Just a dab. that much. I wondered where that socket was. I was looking for it. It's on the extension already. Then I need to fit, after I've torqued them down, I need to fit the ABS reluctor ring. This is 9/16, which I'll see how it fits in a minute. I think it probably fits better than the 14mm. Probably about the same. Yeah, about the same. Right, what's the torque for them? Brake disc to hub, 73 Newton meters. 70, 1, 2, 3. Right, I'll just go finish that off in the wheel. I can't do it on here. I can't hold it tight enough. I've forgotten to put the torque wrench. Right, drop that in there. There we go. So next, ABS reluctor ring. M6 Nylox new. That'll just drop in. So 10mm spanner. Before I do that, I'll just put a little bit of copper grease on these. Make them easier to undo at a later date if we ever need to change the disc again. Like so. Drop that over. Like that. Turn it back over on its edge. Get those nuts on. Probably have to do this without these thick gloves on. Won't be able to feel. Because there ain't a lot of room. Then 5. Get a spanner, do them up. That's ready to put that bearing in there now. So this is the stub axle for the driver's side, where that inner track is spinning. This stub axle is fine. You can see where the different bearings have been running, but it's all fine, nothing. Passenger side, near side, left hand side, this bit's all fine. It's upside down at the moment, so there's the bottom of the shock absorber mount. So underneath that inner one I can feel a step there. So again, for now, I'm going to run with this. I'll replace stub axle at a later date on that one. Grease up this, grease up the hub, seal land, just get it on. It's moving. There we go. Right, next we want to get the spacer washer on, which is this one. Go on, you came off, you'll go on. Lock nut. That one. And then the manual says this one, you then tighten down to 61 Newton meters. There we go. So that needs to go down to 61 Newton meters. Right, let's give this a go, what it says in the manual. 61. I might not be able to do this because it's not in the car. I haven't got much leverage. Get the other jack. There you go, just put a bottle jack under the nose of the diff there. Stops it turning, means to be able to do this. Right, 61. Right, and it says back it off 90 degrees, which will be to there. And it says do it up to 4. This one don't go down to 4, I just need to get one that'll go to 4. Right, so I remember to use my Park Tool bike torque wrench because that'll do 4 Newton meters. This is for the inner nut. So I've got a 3/8 and a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter. 4 Newton meters. That's 4. So you do that up to 4. So you do it to 61. Then you back it off 90 degrees. Do it up to 4. Spin that again. Then you fit a new I'm going to do that again because I don't trust that that didn't do that properly. I'm going to do it up again to 61, back it off again. Is this still on 61? Yep. Come on then, you're coming in. So 61. knock it off 90 degrees. Hang on. So 90 degrees will be 12 o'clock. Do it up to 4. That's 4. Fit a new lock nut. Then fit a new lock washer. It's moved so it's there. New nuts. Where's my lock nut? So new lock nut, because this side was the one that was all chewed up. FRC 87000. Do this lock nut up to 61 Newton meters. What are you doing? Hey? Come on. Coming in. Good boy. So then that goes to 61. Bend over. Bend the tabs over. Fit the drive flange. Half shaft basically. Right, let's see what that looks like. That's fine. Oh, you're still recording. Didn't know. Right. Half shaft. I'll just run over it with a rag. So like there's a cat hair stuck on it there. And I'll check the mating flange face, because it's still got the old gasket on. So I need to remove all that, get this ready, and then that can go back in. I thought I'd done that, so I'll just do that. Where's my screwdriver? Let's get a screwdriver. I've lost it. Cleaned up the half shaft, got the gasket off. Just want a bit of grease for the end of the half shaft as I feed it in, as it goes through the bearing seals. So just round the end, so the stub axle seal, as that goes through. And then a bit actually on where the stub axle seal runs. Just help it. I've already got the gasket on there. So next we're going to Loctite the bolts. Wasn't a bit in the middle. 1. 2, 4, 5's there, holding that gasket on. Come on, off you come. I have to put a bit more grease on it. 4, 5. Right, top back on that. I'll put the top back on that grease. I'm in the way. That'll go in. There we go. Right, bolts. I think these are 17mm. I need to get a socket. I haven't got a socket. Go and get a socket. Take some stuff back. So I'm just going to have to do these down by hand because I haven't got my impact on my driver with me. It's down there and I'm not going getting it again. Nip that down. 65. What's it on? 65 I want. 5, 1, 2, 3, 65. It's rotating, isn't it? Right, I need my breaker bar. Hang on. Get this sorted in a minute. Anyways, it's trying to rotate what I'm on. Let's move it like that. There we go. That side back on. Right, good. So I've had lunch, I've faffed around, and I've got the axle under the car. It's fallen off the jacks, it's fallen off various different things twice. Didn't land on me, but it landed on that disc on that side. Hope it's okay. Hope it's not made it out of true. I've got to check it before I run out anyway. Faffed around with the top ball joint on that bush. Shouldn't have bothered, I should have left it. It's just the same as it was before. Wasted 2 hours doing that. So now we want to get the lower link arms in, trailing arms, get the springs in, get the shocks on. Oh yeah, I've run M12 dies down the shock absorber mount threads as well, because there should be M12 lock nuts and they were really tight. So done that, had lunch like I said. Get this in. Oh right, yeah, and I've taken that jack out of there and just put a axle stand there. There's no weight on it, but it's just in case. Right, obviously nose needs to come down a bit more yet, but I'll mess about and get that in. It's 20 to 5, packing in. Got the axle on, got the springs on, got lower arms in, shock absorbers on, spring retainers on. So there you go, you can see. Got it off the axle stands on the chassis. It's now supported on the axle stands on the axle. So it can all be torqued down. We'll go around the other side. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to put this hub on. What I might do is try and put the hub on for now. See how it is. So yeah, like I say, all I've got to do is just torque everything down, want it on the body weight, but it's not that much body weight yet. Need the tank in really. So tomorrow, start to torque things up, see about getting this tank in, check the run out on that disc on that near side, check the end float on that near side, and yeah, sweep up this floor. That's good. Seems weird having it lower down again, but yeah, leave it at that for this episode. So thanks for watching episode 27. Welcome to the new subscribers. See you later.